Quadratic functions. Ano nga ba ang mga dapat mong matutunan sa topic na ito? At paano nga ba ito naiiba sa mga dati nating lessons tulad ng quadratic equations at quadratic inequalities? Tapusin mo ang video na ito and I will tell you the secrets behind and what are the different things you should learn about these topics. Hello, what's up mga ka-ML? Isa na namang magandang araw sa iyo. Ngayon, ang topic natin na i-discuss dito sa session natin sa ML with Sir Ash ay ang quadratic functions. Oo, this is the topic and the chapter na sumunod sa topic ng quadratic equations and inequalities. Sa topic na ito, malalaman mo kung ano yung mga dapat mong matutunan sa quadratic functions and ano yung mga competencies na dapat mong ma-manifest. Now, let's start. In graphing quadratic functions, under dito ng mga circumstances is yung kailangan alam mo paano i-represent ang quadratic equation using the table of values, the graphs, and the equation. And then, we can transform the quadratic function from the general form to the standard form, also known as the vertex form. And then finally, we will graph a quadratic function. Now, kung ikaw ay nakikinig at napanood mo ang mga previous videos natin, meron akong isang grade 10 topic doon na ang title ay polynomial function. Itong quadratic equation ay isa lamang under doon na topic dahil ito ay isang prerequisite para mas matutunan mo lalo yung polynomial function. Now, sa quadratic equation, let's start with the general form. The y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, baka ikaw ay magtaka. Itong ax squared plus bx plus c sa quadratic equation, ito yung tinatawag natin na standard form. Pero ang pagkakaiba nga lang ay equal to 0. Pero ngayon dito sa quadratic function, we will be dealing with relations that are functions. Therefore, hindi na tayo magfo-focus lang sa x. Instead, i-consider na din natin ang y, or also known as the function of x. Okay, let's start. Itong ax squared na nakikita nyo, ito yung tinatawag natin na quadratic term. Ito namang bx, ang linear term, at yung c naman na tinagurian nating number na solo flight o walang katabing variable is the constant term. Now, sa isang example, y is equal to 4x squared minus 3, saan dyan ang linear term? Tama. Walang linear term dyan kasi walang bx. So, therefore, ang linear term natin ay 0x. Ito naman. What is the linear term of y is equal to x squared minus 5x? Tama ka na naman. Ang linear term dito ay ang negative 5x. Dahil, ang nawawala lang sa function na ito ay yung c. So, meron tayong bx. And finally, what is the constant term in the given function y is equal to x squared minus 5x? Now, kung titingnan natin, ang constant term dito, mayroon ba kayong nakikitang number na solo flight? Wala. So, therefore, it is 0. So, napakadali lang, di ba? Now, ito namang follow-up question. Maaari bang maging 0 ang quadratic term? At ang pinakamalaking sagot dyan ay no. Dahil kung magiging 0 ang quadratic term, ibig sabihin, hindi na siya magiging isang quadratic function or equation. Okay? But don't get me wrong. Ang function at equation ay magkaiba. Kung isipin natin, pag sinabing equation, ito ay gumagamit ng equal sign. Pag sinabi namang function, ito ay gumagamit ng dalawang variables or yung x at saka yung function of x. Now, hindi necessary na kailangan y talaga ang gamitin. But dahil sa topic na ito, mag-graph na tayo. So, sa pag-graph natin, ang ginagawa natin is meron tayong x-axis at y-axis. So therefore, let's just consider following f of x as the value of y. Alright? Okay, good. Now, balikan natin yung tanong kanina. Magkapareho ba ang quadratic function at quadratic equation? Technically, ang quadratic function ay pwedeng tawaging quadratic equation. Pero hindi lahat ng quadratic equation ay matatawag nating quadratic function. Kasi, ang quadratic equation, kung wala siyang pangalawang variable like y or yung f of x, ibig sabihin, hanggang equation lang siya at hindi siya function. Alright. Let's continue. Let's talk about the graph of a quadratic function. Ang quadratic function ay, ang graph ng quadratic function ay tinatawag na parabola. Now, hindi ito yung parabola na naririnig mo sa asignaturang Filipino, na kung saan ito yung mga story na galing sa Bible. Pero itong parabola ay ang katawagan sa graph ng quadratic equation na ang mukha ay parang payu or inverted U. So, dalawang klase lang ang graph ng quadratic function. At ang tawag sa dalawang ito ay yung parabola. Pero kapag ang parabola opens upward at ang parabola ay opens downward, yun lang talaga ang magiging condition na makukuha mo. Pero ang tanong, paano mo malalaman na open upward siya or open downward? Now, ito ang magiging basehan mo. Open upward ka kapag ang A mo or yung leading coefficient ng quadratic term or leading coefficient ng quadratic function ay positive. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang A ay positive, opens upward tayo. Pero kapag ang A ay negative, then downward tayo. Now, kung babalikan mo na naman ako sa tanong, sir, pwede ba maging 0 ang A? Hindi pwede. Alright. So, meron tayong tinatawag dito na minimum at saka maximum point. May mga libro na gumagamit ng term na ito as the minimum or minima or maximum point or maxima. Now, kung titingnan natin, tingnan nyo yung arrow. Kapag ang parabola mo opens upward, ibig sabihin, you will have your minimum point. And kapag downward naman ang parabola, you will have your maximum point. Now, itong mga maximum point at minimum point, ito yung tinatawag din nilang vertex. Or sa common discussion natin sa polynomial function, ito yung tinatawag natin na turning point. Okay? So, madali lang, di ba? Okay, continue tayo. So, the standard form of a quadratic function is y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, kung i-consider yung sinabi ko kanina, na nagkakaroon ng pagkakaiba ang form ng quadratic equation sa quadratic function, ganito kasi yun. May ibang libro na gumagamit na ang quadratic function ay may standard form na y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, which is based lang sa quadratic equation natin na topic. However, meron ding ibang libro na ang y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c ay tinatawag na general form. Pero, let's not be confused on that terminology. Kasi, ang dalawa lang klase ng form ng quadratic function. Ito yung tinatawag na standard form at or general form at saka yung vertex form. Later on, malalaman nyo kung ano yung vertex form. So, ulitin natin ha, na ang standard form at saka general form, kahit may mga ibang libro na nagsasabi na ang ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to y ay standard form, meron ding ibang libro na sinasabi na ang y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c ay general form. Pero in terms of terminologies, it's not actually necessary. But as long as you understand na yung counterpart niya na form is yung vertex form. Okay. Now, the parabola will open upward when A is positive. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina. And the parabola will open downward when A is negative. Okay, so klarong-klaro na dito. So, remember, A should not be equal to 0. Now, remember also this, that the parabola is symmetrical. Ibig sabihin, kung hahatiin mo siya sa gitna, para magkakaroon ka ng mirror. Ibig sabihin, if you try to fold the parabola, you will have a symmetrical drawing or representation. So, if we make a, ito yung tinatawag na axis of symmetry. If we draw a line down the middle of the parabola, we could fold the parabola in half and you can have an equal shape and distance between the left and the right. Okay? So, kung titingnan nyo, ito, check nyo yung arrow ko. So, ang layo dito, mula dito, ay pareho ng layo dito mula dito. Habang nag-expand yung parabola natin, ang layo nito, mula dito, ay kapareho lang din ng layo nito mula dito. Okay? It's just a reflection, kumbaga. Alright, let's continue. Ito yon. Counterpart niya, yung kabila. So, the axis of symmetry always passes through the vertex. Okay? So, ito yung axis of symmetry. Nakikita nyo. Okay? Isang vertical line. Okay? Later on, malalaman nyo kung paano ba kinukuha ang axis of symmetry. Okay. Now, when a quadratic function is in a standard form, so let's just consider standard form na ang ax squared plus bx plus c. The equation of the axis of symmetry is x is equal to negative b over 2a. So, yan ang paraan paano mo makuha ang axis of symmetry ng isang quadratic function. Later on, I will also tell you some techniques kung paano kunin ang axis of symmetry. This is best read as the opposite of b divided by the quantity of 2 times a. Alright. Now, example. Find the axis of symmetry for y is equal to 3x squared minus 18x plus 7. Now, kung titingnan natin ito yung, ang 3 ang magiging a natin at ang b ay magiging negative 18. Now, ang question, sir, hindi ba natin i-consider si C? Based on our equation or formula para sa axis of symmetry, negative b over 2a, ito yon. Hindi naman necessary na gamitin pa natin ang b. So, hindi na lang muna natin kukunin. According nga sa mathematics, answer what is asked in the problem. Alright. Next. Now, by following the formula, we will have the axis of symmetry which is equal to 3. Alright. Now, sir, paano yun nakuha? O, ganito yun. Ipapakita ko sa inyo. Since negative b tayo dito and this is negative 18, so that will become, by substitution, it will become negative 18, which will become a positive 18 value over 2 times a, in which we have 2 times 3, that will become 6. So, 18 yung numerator, 6 yung denominator, so therefore, magkakaroon ka ng answer na 3 as the simplified form because 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3. Alright. Now, the axis of symmetry always goes through the vertex. Oh, yun yung sabi ko kanina. Thus, the axis of symmetry gives us the blank of the vertex. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? That is the x-coordinate of the vertex. Kasi, when we say vertex, it's a coordinate. So, it is represented by an x and a y coordinate. So, since the axis of symmetry always talaga dadaan sa vertex, therefore, since ito na part, ito yung axis of symmetry natin, if i-consider natin yung placing niya sa x and y axis, that line will always intersect the x axis. So therefore, by getting the x coordinate of the vertex, you will automatically have your axis of symmetry. Alright. Okay, ito naman. Find the vertex of y is equal to negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 3. Now, I will teach you two ways to get the vertex. Number one is by using the axis of symmetry. And then, after you get the axis of symmetry, you substitute that axis of symmetry to the value of x to get the value of y. Now, medyo komplikado masyado yung sinabi ko, no? Pero, I will show you. Step 1. Find the axis of symmetry. So, ang formula is negative b over 2a. So, ano ba dito si b natin? So, that is positive 8. So, this will become negative 8. Okay? You follow? Then, our a here is negative 2. So, therefore, 2 times negative 2 tayo dito sa denominator side. So, we will have negative 8 over 2 times negative 2, that will be negative 4. So, negative 8 over negative 4, if you divide that 1, negative divided by negative, that will become positive, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So, the coordinate of your axis of symmetry is 2. Yet, the vertex that we are talking is a coordinate. It is an ordered pair. So, merong x value, merong y value. So, therefore, meron na tayong value ni x. Si y na lang. So, paano natin kukunin si y? So, para makuha natin yung y, ang gagawin natin ay isa-substitute natin yung positive 2 na nakuha natin sa x at isa-substitute natin siya dito sa ating function na x squared at negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 3. Which, ito yun. Ayan, negative 2, blanco muna, 2 plus 8, blanco muna, minus 3. So, ano itong ilalagay sa blanco? Yun yung nasolve natin kanina na positive 2. So, therefore, magiging 2 na yan. And just by simplifying, we have negative 2 times 4 plus 8 times 2. That will become 16 minus 3. So, therefore, by simplifying again, we will have negative 8 plus 16 minus 3. So, isang problema ng utang at profit lang ito. So, therefore, your negative will represent as your utang and your positive will represent as your profit. So, therefore, kung meron kang profit na 16 pesos, tapos meron kang utang na 8 at utang na 3, so lahat ng utang mo ay magiging 11, so magkakaroon ka ng positive 5 or meron ka pa ring profit na positive 5. Alright. So, therefore, meron ka ng x kanina na 2 at meron ka ng y ngayon na 5. Therefore, the coordinates of your vertex is 2 and 5. So, 2, 5 tayo doon. Okay? So, napakadali lang, di ba? Okay. Now, I will teach you one the other way. Now, ati i-consider ngayon is itong given. 8x, negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 3. Now, ano yung second way? Ito yung pag-convert sa standard form into a vertex form. Paano ba mag-convert? Ang gagawin mo lang is to, first, step 1, i-group mo ang first 2. Okay? After grouping the first 2, i-extract mo ngayon si A. So, ang A natin dito ay negative 2. So, therefore, it will become negative 2. Ang matira dito, x squared na lang kasi inalis na natin si negative 2. Then, since negative 2 ay tinanggalan din dito, magiging negative 4x na ito. Minus 3. Now, dito papasok yung natutunan natin last time about sa completing the square. If you could still remember, this is a binomial. So, ang aim natin dito ay gawin itong perfect square trinomial para ma-factor out natin. Okay? So, what we will do here is negative 2 x squared minus 4x plus space minus 3 plus space. Now, sorry. Mali pala ako. Minus space pala. Minus space. Now, baka magtanong kayo ngayon, Sir, Di ba yung sa completing the square, add space lang tayo parati. Add space. So, ibig sabihin plus. Now, let me emphasize this. During the completing the square topic, kapag nag-add ka sa left side of the equation, mag-a-add ka rin sa right side of the equation. But since what we are doing here is we are converting this into a vertex form in which si y parati ang nasa other side of the equation, whether it is in the left side or in the right side. Therefore, hindi mo dadagdagan si y, hindi mo maminusan si y. So, hanggang y lang talaga yan. Therefore, kapag nag-add space ka dito lang sa right side, in order to equate or to balance the whole equation, you need to subtract on the other part of that given side. So, kung mag-add ka dito, somehow magmaminus ka sa kabilang part na yan. Alright? So, napakadali lang, no? So, now, let's just apply what we have learned in the completing the square. If you could still remember the completing the square, in order to get the perfect square trinomial, o yung number na nilalagay natin sa space, ang ginagawa lang natin ay get the half of b, then squared. So, half of negative 4 is 2. And squared mo yan si 2, that will become positive 4. So, if you add positive 4 here, you will add negative 8 there. Sir, anong nangyari? Ba't naging negative 8? Okay, ganito yon. Since here in this matter, nag-add ka nga ng 4, pero meron itong kaakibat na value sa labas ng quantity na yan, you get the product of these two. Kasi, once ito siya, madidistribute dito, so, yung value na yan should be added here para balance pa rin. Now, if in any case, wala ito, understood, merong 1 lang, o wala ito, 1. Kung ano yung in-add mo dito, yun din ang ima-minus mo sa kabila. However, ngayon, meron tayong value ng A. So, therefore, kung ano yung value dito na makukuha mo, i-multiply mo yun sa A para meron kang pang minus sa last side ng equation na ito. Okay? Now, I will show you paano. Okay? Let's continue. Then, this will become negative 2. Then, we get the factor of this one. And this is get x, the square root of x squared. And then, you get the square root of 4. That is 2. Then, you copy the sign of the second term. And then, you put squared. Then, if you simplify this one, this will become negative 3 minus negative 8. So, negative, this will become positive. So, negative 3 plus 8, that will become positive 5. Oops. Show natin yan. Okay. So, as you can see, y yan siya. By the way, ito ang vertex form natin. Okay. So, mula sa y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c is, y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c na quadratic function. In order to convert that into vertex form, kailangan maging ganito siya. And this a represent this one. This minus, that h, ito yun. And this will be your k. No, ang tanong, sir, what's the sense? Actually, kapag vertex form ang isang equation or isang function, quadratic function, the h and k will represent as your vertex. And if we consider this final answer natin, we have here as k 5, ito yon, k, and we have our h as 2. Baka sabihin mo, sir, negative 2 man, sir. Hindi negative 2 ang kukunin natin. Bakit? Our given vertex form in this, our vertex form sa quadratic function is naka-minus. So, therefore, kung naka-minus yan siya dyan, you just get the opposite of that one, and that is the value. So, as you can see, 2 and 5, they are just the same with 10. Ito yung nasa video natin, sa presentation natin kanina, 2 at 5. 2 at 5. Alright. Okay. So, let's continue. Graphing a quadratic function. Now, meron na tayong vertex. Tama? May vertex na tayo. Tapos, meron na din tayong axis of symmetry. Alam na din natin na ang ating parabola will open downward because negative ang ating A. Ang tanong ngayon, sir, paano ba gumawa ng ganun or paano ba gumawa ng ganun? How can I make sure na ang layo dito at ang layo dito ay magkapareho? Ang layo dito at layo dito ay magkapareho. So, ganito ang gagawin natin. Step 1, find the axis of symmetry using the formula. Yun. Step 2, find the vertex. So, after you get the value of your axis of symmetry, you just substitute it to your standard form and then you get the value of your y. Or, you just convert the whole equation, that standard form, into the vertex form, and once you get this form, you can just look at it, okay? You can just find the h and k which represents the vertex, okay? So, ganun lang. And then, after that, you find two other points and reflect them across the axis of symmetry. Then, connect the 5 points with a smooth curve. Now, anong ibig sabihin nitong step 3? Find two other points, okay? Sa madaling salita nito, gagamit ka ng table of values, alright? Table of values. No, paano ba gumawa ng table of values? Okay, so let's just emphasize na ang nakuha natin dito ay 2, 5 as our vertex. Okay? So yung table of values natin, ganito lang yan. Gawa ka ng x, gawa ka ng y, tideng. At least 5 pairs. Yes, sir, bakit at least 5 pairs? Kasi, mas makikita mo ang ito yung at least the number of points that you will see the trend of your parabola. So, since we have the vertex 2, 5, dito natin yan siya sa pangatlong pair ilalagay. Okay? Then, ang simple context nito ay maghanap ka ng dalawang number before kay 2 at dalawang number after kay 2. So, what are those? Those are 1 and 0, and those are 3 and 4. Now, if ever ito 5, so 6, 7, and then 4, 3. So, ganun lang. Ang tanong ngayon, sir, bakit tayo nagbibigay ng value ng x? Okay, ganito yon. Remember that x is the domain, and y is the range, or in a layman's term, x is the independent variable. So, ito yung pinagbabasehan ni y. So, si y ay nakadepende lang kay x. So, whatever value ni x, magde-depend si y. Okay? So, ganun siya. Para siyang babae. Ayan. Kasi si lalaki ang gumagawa ng mga bagay para to make it happen sa relasyon. Alright. So, integrate si sir ng ano. So, let's continue. Now, kanina, if we could consider, ito yung formula, ito yung ano natin. Negative 2x squared plus 8x plus 3. Sorry, minus 3 pala. Okay, minus 3. So, ang gagawin natin dito ay make a table of values. So, you just consider 1. So, pag ito ay naging 1, magiging negative 2, 1 squared, plus 8 times 1, minus 3. So, 1 squared is 1 times negative 2. That will be negative 2 pa rin. 8 times 1, that is positive 8, minus 3. And if we simplify this one, we have dalawang utang, which is 2 and 3. So, magiging 5 na yun na utang. And then, meron tayong profit na 8. So, therefore, our final answer here is positive 3. So, kung 3 ito siya, since sabi kanina, it will reflect. So, kung ano ang pagitan nitong isa, so isa lang ang pagitan niya, yung kapagitan niya ng isa sa kabilang side, ganon din ang magiging value niya. Alright? Then, we get again for the 0. So, what if 0 na naman ito? So, 0 daw ito siya, at ito daw 0. Ano kaya ang magiging sagot? So, ganito yon. Alright. So, this will become, syempre, 0, 0. So, 0 plus 0, 0 minus 3, that is negative 3. So, we have negative 3. We also have negative 3 here. So, same counterpart lang. Kaya dito, kung nakikita nyo, find 2 other points. So, that is these 2 other points. Now, ang tanong, sir, kailangan ba talagang dito kami kukuha ng 2 other points? Pwede bang dito? Pwedeng dito. Pero, just remember this. If your first point is this one, do not use this one as the second point. Kasi, pareho lang value ang makukuha mo. And you will just get 3 pairs. So, walang counterpart doon. When you get 2 other values or 2 other points, be sure they have on the same side. So, both on the left side, 2 other points, you get the value for y. So, para makuha mo yung mirror niya or reflection niya. Or, if you get the 2 other points on the right side of that vertex, then, you can also get the reflection on the left side. Alright? So, napakadali lang, di ba? Now, ang tanong, sir, paano na ito yung graph? Simple. If this is your graph, then this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, you have 2, positive 5, so that is positive 2, then positive 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you will have it here. Alright. And since this is negative, so we will have a downward parabola. So, we have 1 here, which is positive 3. So, nandyan yan siya. And we have also here, positive 3 ang x. Tapos, positive 3 daw ang y. So, nandito din yan siya. Okay? And then, for 0, pero negative 3 daw ang y. So, dito yan siya. And the counterpart of that, if it is positive 4 ang x, it will also have, and if you connect that 1, yan. Sorry, hindi masyado ano. Yan. You will have your parabola. Tadang! Alright, di ba? Napakadali lang, di ba? Okay, so let's consider some example. Now, ito, y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x minus 1. So, as you can see, our a here is positive. Therefore, we can now tell that our parabola is opening upward. Alright. So, the step 1 is to get the axis of symmetry. So, using the formula negative b over 2a, we have negative 4. So, that will become positive. And then, our a is 2. So, therefore, 4 over 2 times 2. So, that will become 4 over 4. And that is equal to 1. So, that's, if this, so as you can see, ito yung Cartesian plane natin. Ito yung origin. So, our axis of symmetry is positive 1. So, therefore, dito, positive 1. Okay? So, sa axis, x-axis talaga yan do-draw ng line. Okay? Which is parallel to the y-axis. So, x is 1. Then, find the vertex. By finding the vertex, since you already have the value of x as 1, you can substitute it to get the value of y in our function y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x minus 1. So, that will become 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 minus 4. So, which will become 2 minus 1 2 minus 4 minus 1. So, 2 minus 4 is negative 2 minus 1. That will become negative 3. Alright. Tama ako na. Mental math yan. Okay. So, you have our vertex as positive 1 and negative 3. So, saan kaya yun? Okay. Ito na. Twing! Ayan. So, negative 1. Positive 1 and then negative 3. So, dito tayo tatama ng vertex. And it opens upward. So, let's continue. And then, the step 3 is to find 2 other points and reflect them across the axis of symmetry. So, ito yung drawing natin kanina. Meron na tayong points dito. Okay? And then, 2 other points. So, we have, as our vertex is 1, 4. 1, negative 3 pala. 1, negative 3. What are 2 numbers after 1? So, that could be 2 and 3. Okay? So, 2 and 3 after 1. So, 2 and 3. So, pwede natin consider yung right side. So, if we have 2 as x, you will have a value of y as negative 1. Then, if you have 3 as x, you will have a value of 5. Okay? So, if ever, so, ito yon 3, 5. So, ayun na. So, meron ka ng dalawang point dito sa right side. So, syempre, since we are considering the reflection of that, so we have the other side as this point and the other side as this point. So, we have, the reflection. And then, as you connect them, chideng, you will have a parabola that opens upward. Now, if you want to know the coordinate of those reflections, simple. You can just look at your graph. And as you can look at your graph, we have here teka ha, ayan. Sorry, medyo ang arrow ko hindi masyadong nagpa-function. Ayan. So, you have here -1 and your y coordinate is -1. And then, ito naman is -2 and you have +5. Okay? So, that's it. Now, identifying the vertex of a quadratic function by using the vertex form of the function. Ito yung pinakita ko kanina by using the completing the square. So, emphasis lang. We have here an example. F of x. No, baka mag-iba kayo. Sir, kanina gumagamit tayo ng y. Pero ngayon, bakit ngayon gumagamit tayo ng f of x? Now, remember, y, f of x, g of x, and any other x. Oh, yung letter with the quantity x. They represent as the other variable. Okay. So, given f of x is equal to 2x squared plus 8x plus 7 and identify the vertex. Paano ba ang solusyon dito? So, remember, you just write first it in the standard form. So, that is 2x squared plus 8x plus 7. And then, which is the original. So, always remember, what we are trying here is we make the first two terms, the quadratic term and the quadratic term and the linear term, to group them, and then we extract the a. Okay, so this will become, so extracting a, which is 2, magiging x squared plus, x squared plus 4x plus 7, and then we add the space. So, by putting the space, so plus tayo sa loob ng quantity, and then we have minus naman sa last part of the equation. So, as you can see, half of b is, 4. 4 is, our b is 4. So, half of that is 2. So, that will become, then we squared 2, we get 4. So, having 4 here, so, yun ang i-add natin sa space dito. Pero, ang i-minus natin sa space sa kabila is yung 2. So, 2 times 4, that is here sa last part. Minus 2 times 4. And then, we simplify it. So, we have 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus 7 minus 8. Okay? So, sinimplify lang itong 2 times 4 dito. And then, after that, we factor it out. So, we factor out the perfect square trinomial. So, 2, bring down lang si a. And then, itong perfect square trinomial ngayon ay naging x plus, the quantity x plus 2 squared. And then, simplifying 7 minus 8, that is minus 1. So, by just considering this kind of expression, we have our a as positive 2, our h as negative 2, and our k as negative 1. So, we have our vertex as negative 2, negative 1. So, ito yun. Chidedeng. Okay? So, yun siya. Pero open upward pa rin dahil positive man ang ating a. Okay. This corresponds to the left shift of 2 units and a downward shift of 1 unit relative to the graph of 2x squared. Now, gusto ko lang i-emphasize ito sa inyo. Ano ba to? Ano ba ibig sabihin nitong shift left, shift right, shift downward, shift upward? Okay. Now, this consider the basic the basic function. So y is equal to x squared. So if ever you have y is equal to x squared, actually your graph is on the origin. So ibig sabihin andun ka sa 0, 0 na ano. So either yung vertex mo upward to 0, 0 or downward to 0, 0 depending on the value of a, whether it is positive or negative. But since our a here is positive 2, therefore it opens upward. But because meron tayong value ng h at meron tayong value ng k, so mula sa origin, ito yon, ipapakita ko lang, mula sa origin, dahil ang vertex natin ngayon, yung x-coordinate natin is negative 2, so therefore, negative 2, pupunta tayo dito magsishift tayo sa left side. 1, 2. Kaya siya nag-left shift. And then, since our k here, or the y-coordinate of our vertex is negative 1, so therefore, since negative is downward of the origin, based on the y-axis, so from here, nag-shift na naman tayo 1 unit pababa, downward. So therefore, nandito na tayo. So if we describe our shifting of the vertex from the original or the basic x squared, y is equal to 2x squared, or y is equal to x squared, we shifted 2 units to the left and 1 unit downward. Okay? Madali lang, di ba? I-emphasize ko lang din, sir, why are you telling this? Somehow, there are certain examination questions or quizzes that tells or ask how many steps or how many units did this new graph move from the basic origin parabola. A parabola in the origin. Ayun. Okay? So, ganun. Now, talking about y-intercept, somehow, if we are talking about graph, in the quadratic function, so, syempre, kapag ang ating parabola ay tumama sa y-axis, yun yung y-intercept. But, to make it enjoying and exciting, the y-intercept can be seen without solving if the given quadratic function is in the standard form. Why? Because the y-intercept is just the same as the constant term. Ayun, constant term. Now, if you consider this function y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x minus 1, ang constant term natin dito ay negative 1. And since this is the graph, this is the y-axis. And as you can see, itong parabola natin ay tumama dito na point. And that point is negative 1. And that is just the same as this value. Negative 1, negative 1. So therefore, in the given quadratic function in a standard form, the constant term is the y-intercept. But somehow, other mathematicians are pointing out to solve it by substituting the value of x as 0 and then solve for y. Somehow, magiging time-consuming at saka waste of ink and paper. Alright. So, at least, the trick there is just look at the constant term, and the constant term in the quadratic function in the standard form is the y-intercept. Okay? Napakadali lang. So, yun siya. The y-axis, and then, so ito yun, pinapakita pa dito sa presentation natin. If ever you put value into 0, then you get the negative y. Ayun. Yan. Okay. So, the constant term is always the y-intercept. And when we say always, it means parate. Alright. Next, we talk about the x-intercept. Now, syempre, tapos na tayo sa y-intercept. Ngayon, let's go to x-intercept. Technically, the x-intercept is the intersection between the parabola to the x-axis. And if you could remember our lesson in discriminant, meron tayong tinatawag doon na if your discriminant is equal to 0, your solution is 1 real solution lang makukuha mo. But if it is positive, you will have 2 real solution, and if it is negative, there will be no real solution. And technically, luckily, mas matututunan nyo pa yan lalo at mas ma-appreciate pa ninyo dito sa ating topic sa quadratic function dahil ang sa graph natin, kapag ang parabola ay hindi tumama, ibig sabihin wala tayong solusyon, wala tayong roots, wala tayong zeros. And if that's the case, wala tayong x-intercept because yung natutunan natin sa quadratic equation in solving the value of x, that is also the process in solving the x-intercept here in our topic sa quadratic function. So, ginagawa dito is to substitute y is equal to 0. Okay? So, ganun yun. So, as you can see, meron tatlong paraan dito at tatlong condition dito. Ito, hindi tinamaan ang x-axis, meaning no real solution. Ito naman, tinamaan ng isang beses, meaning 1 real solution. At ito naman, tinamaan ng 2 beses, it means 2 real solution. At ito yung gamit talaga ni discriminant. Alright. Okay, let's consider. Okay. No solution, 1 solution, and 2 solutions. You have 2 solutions. Alright. Let's continue. Identifying solutions. So, we have here, find the solutions of 2x minus x squared is equal to 0. Now, equals to 0. So, if you get the solution, these are also known as the zeros and the x-intercepts. So, what you will do here is you just apply what you have learned in the quadratic equation, in which you can apply either of the 4 methods that I already discussed. And what are those? Number 1, extracting square roots. Number 2, factoring. Number 3, completing the square. And number 4, using a quadratic formula. But always remember, always apply the fastest way to solve in order for your time not to be wasted. Alright. So, since here, the given is 2x minus x squared is equal to 0, wala tayong c dito. And itong example na ito ay pwedeng ma-factor. Kasi ito yung level 1 ng factoring na binigay ko last time sa video natin about factoring. So, the solutions are f of x is equal to 2x minus x squared, and by getting the zeros or the x-intercepts, you just substitute f of x equal to 0. So, equate mo lang ang given 2x minus x squared into 0. And then, you will have the value of 0 and then negative 2. Positive 2 pala, sorry. Now, let me emphasize this. Okay, ito yun. We have here f of x is equal to 2x minus x squared. So, if this is 0, this will become 2x minus x squared. So, you can use the property of symmetry. Okay, para at least parang standard form pa rin. Then, magiging negative x squared plus 2x. Sige, hindi na natin yan. Okay. So, what are the factors of 2x and negative x squared? That is x. So, you will have 2 minus x is equal to 0. Then, applying the zero product property, x is equal to 0. And here, 2 minus x is equal to 0. So, transpose mo lang si x din. So, pwede magiging 2 is equal to positive x, or symmetrical property, x is equal to 2. So, you have x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2. Yan. Ito yan. Alright? try this. Okay, sketch the graph of the quadratic of the function and describe how the graph is related to the fx is equal to x squared. Now, let me emphasize this one. When you sketch the graph, ito na yung sinasabi ko na kailangan malaman mo muna ang axis of symmetry, malaman mo kung ano yung mga the vertex, the x-intercept, the y-intercept. So, kayo bahala kung plano nyo ba i-convert ito into vertex form or you just follow the formula negative b over 2a. But, after you give or after you sketch the graph, also tell me in the sentence, in sentence form talaga, yung based on the graph of f of x is equal to x squared, the graph shifted how many units? It's either to the left or to the right, or how many units downward or upward, so that we can know that you really understand this topic. Alright? So, baka magtanong kayo sa akin, Sir, kanina f of x, bakit ngayon g of x, h of x? They are just the same. Okay? It talks about the second variable of this function. Okay, and finally, we have a word problem in which saan ba natin ma-apply ito? Ito yung pinaka isa sa mga pinaka-applied na topic ng quadratic function. I will just read it to you. A baseball is hit at a point 3 feet above the ground at a velocity of 100 feet per second and at an angle of 45 degrees with respect to the ground. So, ganun yung alright. The path of the baseball is given by the function. Ito yun. F of x is equal to blah, 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 blah. Where f of x is the height of the baseball in feet and x is the horizontal distance from home plate in feet. What is the maximum height reached by the baseball? By the, by the baseball. Now, Sir, bakit ang daming given? Okay, technically, alamin mo lang ano ang problema. Ano ba problema? What is the maximum height? So, we are talking about, so since it is pa ganyan, alam na natin na that is parabola na downward. And since we are talking about the maximum height, we are trying to find the vertex. So, syempre, the vertex is in two values. So, technically, ano bang nagre-represent from this point? If this is the ground, going to this point, ano bang nagre-represent papunta doon? Is it the y-axis or the x-axis or the x-coordinate or the y-coordinate? So, you just apply your analytical thinking and good luck. So, I hope this have given you some inputs and ideas and understanding about quadratic function. If you do have more questions about our topic, feel free to give your comments below and do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. This has been your abot kamay na math teacher, si Sir Ash. ML with Sir Ash signing.